Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thursday's episode of Level Up. Today is the 6th of February already. Can't believe it's flying by every bit as fast as January flew by, so it is moving right along. As is the chat this morning. There seems to be a bunch of people already hopping into the chat, so I will start out by going over there. And first one in is Mr. John Gaylor. Thank you for coming in and thank you for being such an awesome mod. Cruising is fun anytime. Cheryl, how are you? Thanks for being here. And John saying good morning. Now, Denise came in and said, sorry, she can't stay for the show. She is beat. I know that she's been fighting the flu and all kinds of crazy weather and all kinds of stuff. So thanks for being part of Team Replay. I appreciate it. I hope you get some rest. And feel better. So I hopped in, said good morning to everyone, and happy pre-Friday all around. Chet, happy Thursday. Appreciate that. And Deb Rogers from halfway around the world. Hi, how are you? Glad you are here. And Ross saying, hey, howdy, and hey, everybody. Nice to see you. Kathy Mills joining us. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Love that you guys are saying good morning to each other. That is fantastic. Love the interaction. And Nightbot hopping in to remind you to subscribe, and let me remind you that Nightbot will drop your link if you do hashtag tribe, TRIBE, and you can drop your link so other people can find you. So that is all good. Destinations Delight, good morning. Hope you're doing well. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing great. Oh, and Scott, Captain Controversy. Happy Level Up, fam. Happy pre-Friday. Glad that you're here. Glad that you're back and hope that you had a fantastic time on your cruise. It was funny you were gone, but you were still going live. So folks might not have realized that you were cruising. So fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in. I really do appreciate it. And Ryan Scott coming in. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Whatever floats your boat. Hey, thank you for being here today. I appreciate it. And John, being a fabulous mod that he is dropping my Linktree link that has all my social media and also the link to my blog and everything else. So fantastic. Scott McNeil here. Good morning, Scott. Thanks for coming in. And Donna says hi. Oh, I say hi back. And can't wait to see you guys. So, Ryan Scott reporting for duty. I got to meet my Scott compliance, so I appreciate the help. Helping Hands for Cruising link is also being dropped, which you can do anytime. I appreciate John doing this, but if you are so inclined to drop the link for Helping Hands for Cruising and help spread the word about this phenomenal charity, you can do so by doing hashtag HH4C, and Nightbot will take care of that for you. So, Chet Scott in the house. Thank you, Chet. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get through and see. I don't want to miss anyone. So, oh, fabulous. If you're new here, join us on the Facebook Live group. We do have a good time on there. We always post things to keep things interesting, to keep people thinking, all of that. So, new thing here, HH4C Coffee fundraiser is going on now. Thank you for reminding me, Ross. Ross is great at keeping me on track with the HH4C stuff. There is a fundraiser going on that I will actually add to my links and to my Nightbot, so we can drop the link for that. There is a fundraiser going on right now. If you already buy coffee or tea online and you'd like to help support Helping Hands for Cruising, you can do both. You can absolutely manage to do both at the same time. So as I said, I will set up that link so folks can definitely participate in that. And if you are not yet familiar with Helping Hands for Cruising, let me encourage you to go over and check them out. They are a newer organization, but they are doing some fabulous work for people who would not ordinarily get the opportunity to go on a cruise and experience that type of vacation and that type of time on the ocean and time away from daily grind and all of that. So it really is a phenomenal charity. It is a 501(c) in the US, so your donations are tax deductible. I am a big fan of doing donations that are smaller amounts but monthly. So I think that kind of helps out, and I do a monthly contribution. So whatever you can donate, we would appreciate. CME Traveling, thank you, Kurt and Marcia, for coming in. Morning to the Level Up chat, folks. I know you are on the road right now, so thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. My topic for today, I know we've been having fun with just chatting and getting to say hi to everyone, but I wanted to let you know my topic today is relationships and aging. And I want to talk about how different relationships change, friendships, family, romantic, etc., with leveling up, with age. So that's always something that is interesting to see how things kind of evolve. So Scott says, aging like fine wine over here. Absolutely. Asian grapes. Scott, you're hilarious. Scott, you are still in the I don't want to say lower levels, but you're not nearly as in the advanced level as some of us here. But they call it Sawa Power. You are too funny. Oh my gosh. So let me ask you, have people's relationships kind of changed? I know that mine have. That there's some friendships that I've kind of let go of. And there are other relationships that are more recent. But I think the connection that I feel to some of the more recent relationships is every bit as strong as some of my long-standing friendships. So it really does. So Chet saying I am in my prime. I agree with you there. Prime time Chet. So Scott is a baby. Don't be surprised. Come on, you're not even 40 yet, man. Come on. You are a baby. So baby Scott. I wish I was better with graphics and stuff. I'd love to come up with some more, but let's see what Deb has to say. As someone who lives away from my home country, you certainly work out very quickly who are your friends. Yeah, that I can absolutely imagine. I have moved within my country, but cross country a number of times and have that happen where you really learn who your friends are. Um, so I can't imagine how much amplified that's got to be with moving to a different country, Deb, really. So 36 going on 63. You know what, Scott? I have an ongoing joke with my friend the cruising lizard, where we always add 5 or 10 years to the where we always add 5 or 10 years to our age because we feel like we get more compliments that way. So I always used to do 5. She adds 10. So she's like, I look amazing for 67. And she's right, she does. So it's very funny. And Chet said he's 60 going on 6 over here. I love that. That is hilarious. So I felt that snap crackle pop every day. So I feel like ice wine, frozen in time and aged real well. I like that very much. So Deb's got a quote to share with us. Depth of friendship does not mean length of acquaintance. That is a much, much nicer way of saying what I was trying to express. That nails it completely. And Christine K, one of the K's in PCAT. Morning, new here. Thank you for joining. Just trying to keep up with Ryan and Scott. Okay, great. Thank you so much for coming in. It's wonderful to have new people. Folks saying good morning. Antoinette at Fun, good morning. Thank you for coming in. And Tom and Terry, TNT's Adventures at Sea, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you guys. So great to have you here. So turning big 60, level 60 in a few months. I can't believe it. I'm less than 18 months away from level 60. So I'm right behind you, Deb. Are you doing something big to celebrate the milestone, or are you keeping it low key? I know that Chef Todd leveled up to level 60 last month, and he wanted to keep it very low key. So, I mean, we celebrated on the cruise that we went on in December, but that was it. He didn't want to do anything like day of or any of that. So we did it really low key with just like the family getting together for something else. And we pulled out a cake and sang to him. So kept it really, really low key. So, drool live wine. 62 and look amazing. Terry says I'm 15 mentally. I'm not talking about mentally. I'm definitely talking about chronologically. So yes, and Chet says Terry is right, Tom. That's funny. That's funny. Scotty grapes. I like it. That is, you guys are hilarious. Okay, again, I don't want to miss anyone. So Deb's going to pretend I'm 50. Okay, that's how you're going to do that. Lots of 60s in here. Yeah, the demographic is definitely skewed a little bit there. So 3 years before you level up to 50. So that's, coming up. 50 is definitely a milestone level. Actually, all of the levels are. So level 57 for you on the 23rd. Oh, happy early birthday. 5 days until 49. So one more year until I level up to the next decade. Oh, Ryan, happy birthday. Only 5 days away. So yeah, every level should be celebrated, honestly. We should be celebrating every level because I know far too many people who did not get to celebrate levels that they should have, who went who we lost way too young and who should have celebrated different levels and should have seen kids grow up and seen grandkids and seen new dogs and seen more vacations and more levels and more everything. And so every level should be celebrated. Absolutely. Um, so 63 in September and doing my first Alaska cruise. Oh, that's fantastic. Just did the first Alaska cruise last year, and oh, fantastic! It it really absolutely took my breath away every bit as much as when I got to go to Hawaii. It just the landscape and the animals that you got to see and the birds and the different flora and it just everything was so incredible. So I really hope you enjoy it as much as I did. So Chet says we share a birthday, Tom, but I'll be 61 or is that 14? 50 is the new 25 and holding. Oh my gosh. So that 50 is the new or 40 is the new or 60 is the new is getting like a wider gap in there. Definitely. That is definitely turning into a wider gap. So there's big ageism. Is there big ageism issues in the States? In Australia, they start thinking you're old at 40. Um, yeah, I find that there's a lot of ageism, I think, in the States as well. I know that like over 40 is considered a protected class. So it's something that you definitely have to you definitely have to watch out for and be conscious of. I know people who are going through some changes at a company I am familiar with, where all of their senior management is 35 and under. Like literally all presidents, senior vice presidents, etc. All of them are like the new senior vice president over there is 29. And I don't want to say something against someone just because they are 29, because I don't know his life experience. I don't know his work experience. I don't know how much history he has. All I know is that I cannot imagine having the life experience and the just experiences with both positive and negative experiences and things like that um, to really hold that level of authority um, at 29. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, whatever floats your boat is saying happy birthday to Ryan. I appreciate you guys saying that. So can we level down? I'm feeling 22. Fantastic, except I won't sing it because I like you people and no. So again, Nightbot chiming in, reminding you to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you would, please hit the thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. So that is fantastic. So yeah, I love that you guys are saying back and forth with all of that. Love your hair, Jen. Thank you. It actually, I'm happy with how it came out today because I just made an appointment to get it cut. So, of course, as soon as I make an appointment to get it cut, I'm really happy with how it looks right up until that point. I don't know if that happens for anyone else. It's like definitely one of those things, but thank you very much for the compliment. I appreciate it. So, so you could be trading in some of this back pain, and I think leveling down would help. Unless you're Benjamin Buttons, nobody's going to be leveling down. But wow, yeah. Oh my goodness. I thought my parents were so old when they were 40. I did too. I thought they were ancient. It was like 40. I look at photos of my grandparents when they were 50 And they look so much older than I looked at 50 with the way that they wore their hair, the clothing choices they made, the makeup choices that my grandmothers made and things like that. And I am amazed when I do the math and realize that they were 50 in these pictures. And I'm like, holy cow. So, yeah, where's the experience to back it up? That's what I said when he was 29. But come on, that is really young. That is really young. So Deb says, come to Saudi. They love the more seasoned employees. Oh, it's so nice to hear that they actually like respect the experience. Oh, yesterday was your wife's level up day. She was a bit down about it to think back when she was 25 and think about the ones we knew who were over 60 and how well she's doing. That is very true. It's you got to keep it in perspective. Definitely. Definitely got to keep it in perspective. Um, and like I said, I think that I've got to celebrate every level. I lost a very dear friend when it was right after she turned level 47. She was a cancer victim, and every level that I've reached past that one, I've celebrated a little bit extra because I think about all the things that she missed and all the things that she should have gotten to do and should have gotten to see and experiences. I mean, she never got to meet my grandchildren. She never got to see um, dogs that we had. She didn't get to see my kids get married. She didn't, I mean, it's a lot. You gotta keep it in perspective. All right, Taylor Swift. Oh, you're playing her in the background. Oh, she just sung that song, Ryan. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay, so even at 47, I have a hard time and struggle when it comes to talking with people who are in positions higher than me and older than me because I never want to come off as arrogant. I can understand that. I've been very accustomed to having managers and senior people who are younger than I am. Um, and I try to just be respectful of the position um, that the person is in and roll with it from that way because sometimes they're older than I am and sometimes they're younger than I am. And it definitely depends. So your bosses are 25 to 27, they're knowledgeable, but I provide them with direction and guidance. See, that's the best scenario, Ross, when they're actually respectful of the experience and they come to you for guidance or for advice on how to handle things and all of that. I don't want to dismiss somebody just because they are in their 20s or just because they are in their 30s and somehow say, "Oh, no, you don't have the knowledge to hold that job." I don't know what knowledge they have. They could, I mean, really, the CEO of my company is, I believe, probably 10 years younger than I am, and he's had an amazing career and experienced incredible things and really is leaps and bounds ahead of where I am from a leadership position. So have to respect the skills. So honestly, I forget how young I am nowadays. That's a good thing to forget. And one of your best friends passed when she was 27. She missed so much. Same kind of thing. Yeah, they're just that's just such a young time to go, and there's so many things that that the person should have seen. Oh, you get to deal with governmental regulators for them. Oh, okay. So they definitely want to pass that off to you. So every one of my friends from before I turned 25 has passed. Wow, John, that is tough. That is tough to deal with. It's hard to lose folks, and um, unfortunately, the older we get, the more it happens and the more that we have to deal with it. One thing that I will say that I'm glad people are doing more of nowadays that I have seen is that people are doing celebrations of life, as opposed to memorial services or in place of a memorial service. And they're making it much more about celebrating the person who was and the impact that they had when they were here. um, I I really think that yeah, it's it's a tough topic. I think we should have a chat about death one day. I'm petrified of dying. Okay, so Deb, we could certainly make that a topic. We could make it we'll do it like an after school special. We could do the very special level up. I also feel like life is way too short. Never hold any grudges. Make peace with yourself and others. Also feel like you treat others how you want to be treated. It's okay to let go. However, let go on a good note, not a bad one. Very true if you can definitely do that. So you run a Facebook page for high school, a Facebook page for high school page, and hear of passing sometime, but not as much as you would think. I guess I'm blessed. Very, very, because I had my 40th and 40th reunion, and we lost so many people from our class. It does boil down to how they lead. Leading by example and being humble outweighs leading by directing. 100%. It depends if the person is a good leader. And that can come at any age. I just find that a lot of times some of that comes with experience, but um, definitely being humble weighs into that huge. So nothing irritates me more than a do this and all they know is look good on paper when we're like, it doesn't work that way in real life and this will be a disaster. And that comes from people at any age. I have had people who are younger than me take that approach, and I have people who are older than me take that approach. So that one I'm not going to pass off to one particular level or one direction. I have definitely seen people do do that well or not so well. Afterlife, that would be a great topic. We'll have to do that. I have to let go of my bed and make coffee, bring a lazy ass. Follow the leader, the leader. Yes. Well, you have to follow the leader, but sometimes, it depends how the leader goes. So glad I slowed down some crazy stuff. There's been so many times I should have been gone, but God must have a plan still. I know exactly how you feel. Exactly. So Scott's starting the conga line. So now I hear that earworm, Scott. I've got it in my ear too. So I am going to have to sign off and be respectful of everyone's time because I know that Cheryl and Jeremy and Eddie are all going live in just a minute. So please be sure to drop over and see them if you can. And coffee is life, Scott. Get that mug of Joe. I agree. I'm actually going with an iced coffee this morning, but definitely with the coffee. So it was fabulous talking to all of you this morning. I think this went great. Great job. Thank you, chat. I appreciate it. The time just flew by. and great topics. So we will definitely do more. And yes, coffee refill time. Go for it. Great show. Thank you so much, Scott. I appreciate it. And dropping the link to go live together. Go on over there and see them. Try sea salt in your coffee. It's a game changer. Ooh, I'll have to give that a shot. Thanks, Deb, for coming in. Appreciate it. Yes, fundraiser for coffee. We are going to promote that for Helping Hands for Cruising and do a level up raid. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a fantastic day and a terrific Friday tomorrow. Thanks. Take care. Bye bye.